Saudi King Salman disembarks from gold-clad plane via an escalator as he touches down in Indonesia with 1,000 aides, and a VIP restroom waiting for him at Jakarta Mosque.
What would you bring on a 9-day trip to Indonesia? Well, for the King of Saudi Arabia, just the essentials. But forget the £40 luggage allowance. The Saudi king is said to be travelling with over 500 tonnes of stuff. That's the equivalent of 200 African elephants. There's a couple of Mercedes-Benzes thrown in and apparently plenty of furniture gilded in gold. King Salman descends from his plane on one of two of his elevators, which he famously took to a holiday in France, closing down an entire beach. And he's whisked away in a heavily armoured convoy, along with an entourage of over 600 people, not to mention 800 delegates and 25 princes. It's the first time a Saudi ruler's visited Indonesia in over 50 years, and he certainly let them know he's arrived.
Saudi Arabia's King Salman disembarked from a gold-clad plane via an escalator as he touched down in Indonesia with 1,000 aides and an array of expensive personal touches. Cheering crowds welcomed the 81-year-old on Wednesday as he began the first visit by a Saudi monarch to Indonesia for almost 50 years, seeking stronger economic ties with the world's most populous Muslim-majority country. Among his demands for the 9-day trip has been a VIP toilet built for him at a mosque in Jakarta and 506 tons of luggage including 2 escalators and a pair of Mercedes-Benz limousines. King Salman was greeted by President Joko Widodo and Jakarta Governor Basuki Cahayapurnama, a Christian who is standing trial for blasphemy. Crowds of flag-waving schoolchildren lined the route as a convoy of vehicles carrying the king and his entourage sped through pouring rain to a presidential palace in the nearby city of Bogor, where a marching band played the Indonesian national anthem. Widodo hailed Salman's trip as historic and said he hoped it could lead to closer economic ties. As well as cheering schoolchildren, the king heavy rain also welcomed him to the country. Making his way to the presidential palace in Bogor, West Java, 7 of his entourage surrounded him with huge golf umbrellas to shield him from the downpour. As the country with the biggest Muslim population in the world, Indonesia will always have a special bond with Saudi Arabia, he told the king at the palace. He landed in Indonesia today to join an enormous entourage of 620 people as well as 800 delegates, including ministers and 25 princes. Jasa Angkasa Semesta, JAS, has been tasked with the huge operation of lugging the cargo from Saudi Arabia, and has dedicated 572 members of staff to handle it. Salman said he hoped the visit would contribute to the improvement of the bilateral relationship between our two countries. The visit, the first by a Saudi Arabian king to Indonesia for 47 years, is one of the highlights of a rare Saudi royal tour of Asia which is seeking investment as the world's biggest oil exporter tries to diversify its economy. Preparations have been elaborate. Naked statues at the Bogor Palace were covered up before Salman's arrival, while local media reported that 150 chefs had been hired to cook for the king's party and a VIP toilet had been specially built at a major mosque he will visit. The monarch and his entourage will reportedly stay in 5 luxury hotels in Bali for several days following the visit to Jakarta. Business deals could be announced, and a series of cooperation memoranda are also set to be signed on issues ranging from security to health and education. The king is due to give a speech to parliament on Thursday. Indonesia will also seek approval to send more citizens to the annual Hajj pilgrimage in western Saudi Arabia, which is home to Islam's holiest sites. Salman kicked off his 3-week Asian tour in Malaysia earlier this week, and is also set to visit Japan, China and the Maldives. It has been reported up to 100 security personnel will guard King Salman. The king's safety is such a priority that 10,000 Indonesian police officers will be deployed including soldiers to make sure the visit is secure. The House of Representatives has installed a special seat for his speech. A portable ramp has also been fitted to the house at the king's request. At the Istiqlal Mosque, an elevator and a special toilet have been fitted. 2 Mercedes-Benz S600 limousines have made the trip for transport. As well as the entourage, 800 delegates have traveled from Saudi Arabia. An air freight company had to set aside 572 members of staff for the cargo.